But we have to talk first, and I'd love to introduce the man of the hour, the person who helps us the most here in Philadelphia, Dr. Robert Sataloff, to open World Voice Day.
Thank you, Danny. Good evening. Welcome to all of you. World Voice Day's predecessor was National Voice Week, which started in Brazil in 1989, when the World Health Organization identified an unexpectedly high incidence of laryngeal cancer in Brazil. The idea caught on gradually around the world, and on April 16, 2003, the first World Voice Day celebration in the United States occurred, co-sponsored by the American Academy of Otolaryngology, the Voice Foundation, the American Laryngological Association, and a couple of other organizations. In the intervening years, the celebration has grown worldwide. The involvement of the speech pathology organizations and most recently the National Association of Teachers of Singing has enhanced not only the number of activities, but the breadth and interdisciplinary collaboration for which World Voice Day is particularly important. This is a day that is designed to bring together people from all specialties caring about the voice. Medicine, speech pathology, singing and acting teaching, nursing, public speakers, teachers, the general public, all to recognize and appreciate the importance of the human voice and to try to get a little more awareness of how far we have come in being able to train the voice, to diagnose its maladies, and to restore it to health. A few years ago, an international organization developed a website called worldvoiceday.org, which tracks World Voice Day events around the world. In 2015, there were 620 of them. That's a long way from when we started in 2003, at which time we could count them on the fingers of our hands and have fingers left over. This evening's concert is one of many such events. World Voice Day is celebrated with lectures, free voice screenings, educational activities for children, readings, and many, many other events, acting events and the like. But for those of us who were drawn to voice by our love of song, events like this are the epitome. So on behalf of the Voice Foundation and the international community, we welcome you to a World Voice Day highlight.
So for World Voice Day in Philadelphia, we've decided to keep it in the family. These are our friends, our family, the people that we work with, the people that we study with. So everyone got to choose their favorite song or something that meant something to them. And I'm going to ask all the performers, do not be scared, to tell them who you are and maybe why you chose what you did, and if you do work for the Voice Foundation, what is your relationship with them? I need to introduce just one person to you, and then I'll be back in the middle of this for a little commercial. Yes, you know, we do have commercials here. I want to introduce our wonderful accompanist for this evening, who is much, much, much more than an accompanist. He's a master vocal coach in Philadelphia. Many of us have worked with him. And next week, he won't be a coach or an accompanist. He will be a conductor. He will be conducting Johnny Schicchi, that funny little comedy of Puccini's, for the Academy of Vocal Arts. But tonight, the hat he wears is as one of the wonderful accompanists in Philadelphia, Mr. Richard Rao. And our first performer is...
Good evening. I'm Grant Uhle, and I'm very happy to be affiliated with the Voice Foundation. I helped out during the symposium. And I chose this song. It's The Little Boy Who Is Too Healthy. And it is a nod to all the doctors and therapists in the room from a very grateful patient. Ah, mon cher docteur, je vous écris, vous serez un peu surpris. Je ne suis vraiment pas content d'être toujours trop clapotant. Je suis gras, 3 fois trop, j'ai des bras beaucoup trop gros. Et on dit en me voyant, regarde-le, c'est effrayant. Quelles ont dit, accrochés, on peut dater. Ah, mon cher docteur, c'est un enfer, vraiment, je ne sais plus quoi faire. Tous les gens disent à ma mère, bravo, ma chère, il est ton père. J'ai remis mon ami, quand il faut être enrhumé, ça lui donne toujours sur le nez. Les frictions, attention, c'est pour mon frère Adrien, mais moi je n'attrape jamais rien. Et pourtant j'ai beau pendant l'hiver m'exposer au courant d'air. Bah j'ai hâte à travers tous les fruits verts, y'a rien à faire. Alors je sais que lorsqu'on a la bouche jaune, on reste solide mais ça ne va plus à l'école. Vos parents sont près de vous, ils vous cajolent. Et dans vous dit des tas de petits mots gentils, votre amant constamment vous donne des médicaments. Ah, mon cher docteur, si vous étiez gentil, vous auriez pitié. Je sais bien ce que vous feriez, pire ce que vous m'en feriez. Être bien pour le temps, tout aussi drapétant. Je vous en supplie, docteur, pour avoir mon cœur. Docteur, à ce pouvoir, rendez-moi malade, malade, malade. Pendant une heure.
Jabbour, and I have been invited by Russo, and she's a close friend. I'm a student of David who's a member of the Voice Foundation, and I will be singing Quando Me Vou from La Bohème,
thank Maria for inviting me to sing tonight. And the first song I'm going to sing is Zu Eignung, and this has been, I think, the first Strauss song that I ever learned with my teacher back at University of Idaho, and it has ended every recital that I've ever done. And so I feel a connection to the song. I love what it says. It's a devotion to love.
Sorry.
Erikson, and I work for the Voice Foundation. And thinking about what to sing tonight, I kind of thought about the theme, tell your story, sing your song, and the first is a story. It's by composer Sibelius. These Swedish songs are not particularly well-known or sung, but it's a girl who comes from a meeting with her lover and tells her mother that, no, my hands are red, my lips are red because I was doing very innocent things. And then he betrays her and the truth comes out in a pretty devastating way. And the second of which is a story about Pan, who's playing his flutes on the hill, and we kind of set the scene, and it's very atmospheric, and it celebrates kind of the summer time and how at the end she says, my summer blood sings, which, here in Sweden is a rare occurrence, I imagine, or a short-lived one anyway.
Salu
voice. Some of us have it, some of us listen to it. Some of us train them, some of us heal them. But for all us singers and teachers of music and understanders of music, it's really, I think, one of the most personal instruments that you can ever conceive of having. I know when I was in undergraduate school, or when I did my first recital, someone said, "You have a beautiful voice. You know, how did you come by that?" I said, "We're Italian and we scream amongst floors." So that kind of kept me happy and healthy. But Philadelphia is a wonderful city for voice, for healing voice, for training voice. We have Curtis Institute, we have the Academy of Vocal Arts, we have Temple University, Westchester University, major voice teachers here. It really is a mecca, I think, for voice. I run my own performing arts organization, and it's really, really hard when I'm casting, because I can cast 3, 4, 5, or 6 people in the same role. And that goes down to even the speaking parts. Yes, voice, the speaking parts. So with that, this is a great city. We're close enough to New York and far enough from New York. But something very special will be happening with the Voice Foundation. And we have Maria Russo, Executive Director of the Voice Foundation, to tell us what's coming up in June.
Yeah, the Voice Foundation is meant to help understanding the voice through research and education. To that end, every year we have a 5-day scientific meeting to present all the newest research and surgical techniques and clinical this and that and voice teaching techniques and so on. And we also have a gala to go with that. Now our symposium this year is June 1 through 5 at the Westin Hotel, and our gala is on June 3rd. And at that gala we honor people who have either contributed mightily to education and research for the voice, or have had wonderful careers using their voice. This year we are honoring Chita Rivera, a wonderful Broadway singer, 2 Metropolitan Opera singers. One is Catherine Pantano, who's famous for her Tosca and Salome. One is Paulo Schott from Brazil, who also won a Tony for South Pacific. So he's a crossover artist. And we are also honoring Drexel University and their president, John Fry, for their part in fostering this education. And we hope you all come to some of the days of the symposium if you like, and to the gala for sure.
So I guess you could say the symposium is for the people who want to know more about voice, and the gala is for those people who love hearing voice and eating wonderful food and dancing. Yes.
It's a very good time. We always have really a ball. So
I know, Maria. They have a ball. Yeah. That's for those people that come up to us singers and say, "Oh my God, you're fantastic. I wish I could sing like you." And my response is, "Darling, if you could sing like me, we wouldn't have an audience. So you need to be in the audience and you need to applaud really loud and do the bravos and send donations when you can and just enjoy what we do." So at that, we have Beauty and the Beast here. The Beast is exiting at the moment, so the Beauty can sing.
We're very lucky to have all these people as supporters of the Voice Foundation who could stand up in here and sing with these glorious voices. And they've helped us during the symposium time, and I really thank all of the Penta staff and everybody who's helping us tonight with the reception. And I'm going to sing for you an aria from the opera Hérodiade. The character's name is Salome. And aside from the story of Salome, the biblical story, what she's saying is that John the Baptist's voice and what he says calls to her and comforts her more than anything. His voice and his message. And so I thought that was a very appropriate motion for this situation.
Lontana from Alfred Catalani, from the opera of La Wally. La Wally is this girl who decides to leave the house because her father wanted her to marry this man that she doesn't want to marry. And in this aria, she's going to remember all these happy days in this beautiful house that she lived.
This is my song, this is my story. I'm old, I use a music stand. Oh, Richard, you've heard this before. Not that one. That's a good new one, isn't it? I'll have to remember that one. Richard used to play for me at a restaurant with singing waiters, and it was, how could we get Maestro Ralph to laugh each night, basically. Many ways. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, blessed day and the dark, sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
This next song, it was kind of ironic. Richard and I actually did a gig together about a month and a half ago. And, well, it was, I shouldn't call it a gig, it was a funeral. Sorry about that. That was not very respectful, but you know, all right. So it was a wake, and I sang His Eyes on the Sparrow, and we only had it in a very low key. And he said, you know what? When you get home, I'm going to send you a PDF of this great arrangement that I like, and I want you to learn it. And then it was about a week later, Maria called and said, we'd like you to sing it. What would you like to sing? I said, well, His Eyes on the Sparrow. And part of the reason also, the connection, I was raised in a very small town Baptist church, and this was one of our, go-to hymns. And where I was raised on a farm, I spent a lot of time in a Ford pickup with my father, and this was one of his favorites. So.
Michelle Eugene when I'm performing, Michelle Horman when I'm doing voice therapy. I've been lucky enough to have been associated with Dr. Summer's practice since 1998. You have heard tonight glorious voice after glorious voice. And as we like to say in show business, and now for something completely different. I feel that it's my responsibility to represent musical theater here, and this piece, The Mistress of the Senator, is from a show by Michael John LaChiusa called Hello Again, which is based on Arthur Schnitzler's La Ronde, which is the story of the round robin of lovers. So, for example, you would have the student and the housewife, and then you have the housewife and the plumber, and then the plumber and someone else. So this is the scene about the actress and the senator, and I'm trying to figure out how to be relevant in his life, and I just thought it was perfect for election season. I can play the mistress of the senator, stash me in a comfortable high-rise that's convenient to the hill. And after making some speech or signing some bill, you'll drop in for lunch, and if you never take lunch with me around, you will. I'll play the mistress of the senator. important or not, friend or fool. I'll play Lady Bird, Rosalind, Pat. I'll play Jackie better than Jackie did and not use a hat. I'll play the good wife, the mother, the house and the plus. I'll play myself in the movie of us, in the movie of us, in the movie of us, in the movie of us. You need a lover. I need a lover. I'll stay your lover. I'll be happy down in Washington. I'll be what you want. I'll be
Hello again. So I chose this song because being in this part of town, you can almost imagine that we're in the London of Eliza Doolittle and Freddie Eynsford Hill with all the brownstones. And it also sings about lilacs and larks singing, which felt very fitting for this time of year, which happens to be my favorite. Oh, thank you, Richard. That's beautiful. This happens to be my favorite time of year because tomorrow's my birthday.
No!
Willson, who did a lot of work for this program.
And why don't you invite
Thank you
everyone?
all for coming and celebrating World Voice Day with us. We have a wonderful reception and some wine from Moore Brothers in New Jersey, who were nice enough to sponsor it. And please come into our library.
Into the Watts reading room.
Into the Watts reading room. I meant to say that.